Hello and welcome to a video with me, Winner and Trades, picking up where we left off last time, where I kind of just, for the most part, continued growing my empire here. Getting most of North America and South America under my control, getting all of Indonesia and most Pacific islands that are under my control, along with Australia and New Zealand, of course. Expanded slightly in Africa, didn't really do much there, and also took over Bohemia and the Netherlands over here in Europe, and that's basically all I actually did in Europe, to be honest. Everything else was just out expanding colonies, pretty much. So, yeah. This episode, I'm just going to be taking over the rest of the world, to be honest. Considering it's not like there's much left for me to do at this point. So, yeah. I'll quickly go through and get a bunch of that stuff done. Want to get my aggressive expansion over 100 at this point, I think, so I can get the next coalition started. So, let's see. What do I want to go for first? Guess I could take over Hawaii over here, because I don't think there are going to be any coalitions. My troops are literally going around the entire world to go to Hawaii when they're all over here in New Zealand. They were in New Zealand, instead of going just over here to Hawaii, they go around the entire world to go over there. Sure, whatever, I guess. So that is now under my control. All that's actually left over here when it comes to islands of the Pacific is stuff that the Mongols have colonized, I guess. Alright. So, let's see. What do I want to actually take over next here? Honestly, I'm genuinely not sure. Guess I could go after this country possibly over here. And expand in Africa. For now. And that's that done. I'll take over the Gold Coast as well. I'm pretty sure that is everything I can take here. Looks like it. Good. So, let's see. I think I'll just keep the land for now, considering God's alive to be able to fight some of these other countries to clean up the borders over here in Africa, to be honest, in this next coalition. Yeah, because that there will allow me to fight both of those two, I think. If I'm lucky, they'll also be in it, possibly. Because I want to just get rid of a bunch of these countries over here, to be honest, at this point. Wipe them all out. So, yeah. Gotta wait for a coalition now. In which this time I will be kicking France and England out of North America. And I imagine I'll be doing the same when it comes to France and Portugal over here in Brazil. So, yeah. I'll probably just make it so Spain is the only one that actually has colonies over here in the Americas. They're the only other country over here. And even then, what they will have is going to be very limited. While I continue expanding stuff over here in Africa and elsewhere, I guess. I think I will also start taking more of southern India or something at this point as well. Yeah. So, yeah, that's everything I'm currently at war with. Apparently England isn't in this coalition. Sure, I guess. So I won't be taking that land off of them over there. Alright. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and get this done, then. France is a coalition leader, so shouldn't be too hard to defeat, I think. Come on, boys. Get all this land back already. I don't think I have any other advantages here that I really need to do. Yeah. I'll just start putting in random stuff. That's somewhat useful, I guess. So I think basically all the military stuff that's really needed done. And that's a bunch of new generals. I gotta get right here. Annoying. Yeah. Get all this crap done while I'm fighting the war, I guess. All the land has been retaken, so now my armies can deal with France easily. And also, I guess, France has actually gotten nukes. Yeah. France is probably the only country with nukes currently. Only other country with nukes. And that is France, fully occupied there. Looks like my armies are advancing onto everything else, so they already finished this stuff they have in South America there. Good. Come on. Get more of this done. Getting a good chunk of Africa done, and most of the Americas finished. Good. And there we go. That's the Americas completely done. Fully occupied. Poland's almost gone. Nice. Same with Sweden and Spain. And these countries over here, for the most part. Okay. I guess I'll end it there, I guess. Sure, since I basically control everything. Yeah. Okay. So, let's get this stuff done. Okay, so this is this peace treaty basically done. Limiting Spain's colonial empire to this or here at this point, along with all that over here in Africa. Expanding this quite a bit, I think, there. Grabbing all this stuff purely just to give it away to other countries. And expanding quite a bit down here as well with all that, wiping those countries out. And yeah, taking southern India with an exception to these little bits of lands that Portugal still currently has there. So yeah, also taking that bit of lands from Naples right there as well. And also getting the Isle of Man so I can give that to England, because England controls the rest of that stuff already. So, yeah, that's basically everything for this peace treaty complete. And there we go. Very nice. Alright, so that's those borders all cleaned up. Good. So, I guess I'll need to fight some more wars at this point so I can get aggressive expansion over 100 again. But, yeah, next coalition I think I'm going to get this stuff cleaned up over here in Europe and possibly take just a little bit more off of Naples or here. Kind of just flatten the top of them off with that border. And honestly, I might go on the offensive against Sweden a bit. Maybe take Denmark off of them along with Iceland up there. Possibly might do that. Not entirely sure, but I think next time I'll just wipe out Spain's colonies completely in the Americas. I'm pretty sure I'll wipe out Mali there as well. The only thing that Spain's really going to have left is stuff over here in Africa, to be honest. So, yeah. Well, stuff in Africa and also the Philippines, I guess. So, yeah. Let's see, what else is there? Got this stuff to deal with over here in India, so I guess they're next. And I got a bunch of generals I need to replace once again. Great. And that's basically that done already. There we go. Take all that. And that put my aggressive expansion over 100. Perfect. And there we go. Persia's the coalition leader. Weird. I definitely don't have a border with Persia, and they're only the fourth strongest country in the world. But apparently they are the coalition leader this time. And they apparently have an alliance with the Ottoman Empire as well. Huh. Okay, so yeah, I guess I'll be basically taking over a bunch of this stuff. Actually, I'll probably be taking over all of it. Because, yeah, that's the only thing that's not currently at war with me, and that's because they're a vassal of them. So, yeah. I'll wipe out all the stuff in the Americas. I'll take over Mali. I'll probably clean up a bunch of this stuff over here in Africa. I think. Knock out the Ottomans there, I think. Possibly give all that to Egypt, maybe. Not exactly sure. I'll definitely get a bunch of this stuff cleaned up for sure. And I might go do something when it comes to England there too. Possibly. I think I may start moving into Asia over here, Southeast Asia as well, possibly. Alright, short. Go ahead, get this stuff done right quick before I actually get this started. There we go. That's all done. Okay, so shouldn't have any problems, I think, to be honest here. It's just a matter of defending this initial attack, retaking the lands that's lost, and then my troops need to eventually get around to actually attacking Persia over here, which looks like they're kind of already doing. Nice. Apparently Russia actually took over Crimea. Huh. Guess I could possibly do something when it comes to trying to clean up these borders a little. Possibly. And that's Persia completely defeated. Great. Nice that a few armies are actually staying over there in the Americas. Get that stuff done. Like a few armies to actually stay in Europe and get stuff done up here as well, but eh. At least they're doing it at this point, I guess. Quickly going through, dealing with all of them. And yeah. I think that might yeah, that's basically the end of this stuff over here. Army just needs to go over there one more time to finish things off, I think. And yeah, that's everything in the Americas done. Looks like everything in Europe is also done. And Africa. Okay. Yep, that's the war over. Okay, then. Good. So, just wipe all that out right there. And take over Mali completely. Over here. Okay, so I am taking Iceland up there. Not actually doing anything against England, but I will be taking this bit of France, because I want to take that stuff there and then basically go and grab England afterwards. So, next coalition, I'll get England under my control and everything. There. Flattening out that border with Naples. Taking over this entire mess of a border there. Grabbing some stuff there just to kind of clean up those borders for Russia a bit. And of course grabbing all this stuff over here, trying to get those borders cleaned up as well. And yeah, that's basically it, besides of course finishing off everything in the Americas. So, there we go, I guess. Alright, so I got borders sorted out there, I guess, at this point. Go through, get this stuff done right quick. So, you do not have a lord at this point, so you're basically independent now. So I can easily take you over. And there we go. Good. That is the entirety of the Americas fully under my control now. Nice. So, now, I guess it's a matter of getting more stuff cleaned up in Africa, I guess. Get my gross expansion back over 100 once again. Yeah, I think so. So let's go over here and do this. Okay, aggressive expansion is over 100, I guess, so I'll see if a coalition will form against me at this point. And honestly, I'm not exactly sure what all I'm doing in Europe next time. Taking England, I know that much. Probably get Denmark off of Sweden as well. Feel like I should make some moves against Poland, to be honest. I feel like I should be doing that. But, what do I want to take from them? Guess I could start working begin taking a bunch of this stuff down here in the Balkans, possibly. Try and get all that. Possibly. I could do that, I guess. I think I will be taking over Portugal at this point, to be honest. Persia is once again the coalition leader for some reason, even though they're now down to 5th place. Okay, sure. But, yeah. Basically all of Africa is with me, all of Europe, and the entirety of the Middle East and India. Alright, sure. These armies can easily just get all this cleaned up right quick. And then go and invade Persia. There we go, that's Persia done. So now my armies will just start taking over everything. Good. Well, I think that's basically almost all this done, right? Yeah. That's all complete here. Yeah, definitely. Alright. That's the end of this war then, already. Not even 7 years in total. Great. But, yeah, I'm just going to grab England up here, get all that under my control. I'll also grab Denmark, get that as well. And let's see, what else do I want to do? I want to destroy Portugal, I think. Get that done at this point. Because I do want to start speeding up my progress here at this, I think. So, yeah. Start taking a lot more stuff in these peace deals. Alright, so this is everything I'm doing this time. Taking all of that off Poland and a bit of off the Ottoman Empire over there to get access to the Black Sea. And of course taking over England, of course, there. Taking a ton of stuff in Africa, which will basically just leave Spain and Egypt over here, plus that one country that for some reason still exists over there. Taking this stuff over here in the Arabian Peninsula, mostly because Portugal controls this stuff around here. And also the fact that I wanted to get rid of the Ottoman Empire down there as well. So getting all of that stuff, pushing quite a bit into India, just to wipe out all these other countries, pretty much. And yeah, that's basically everything I'm doing here for this peace deal. Not exactly sure how far I'm going to go in the next coalition. Probably taking a good chunk of Southeast Asia next time, I think. I imagine. I might possibly just wipe out the Ming entirely if they're in the war, which I'm pretty sure they should be. So, yeah. Let's see. Aggressive expansion is not over 100 currently, so I might fight the Philippines just to get that under my control. Possibly. So, let's see. Get all that done here. Don't really have much left to do when it comes to getting this stuff. So, let's see. Get the rest of Ireland under my control right here, right quick. Since they're not a vassal of France or anything like that. Now all that's left up here to do is what's left of Scotland. Alright, sure. And you know what, I'll go toward that country there, I think. Because why not? All honesty. Grab Malta while I'm at it as well. Basically starts really preparing for the fact that I'm going to be controlling almost all of Africa after this next coalition. Considering I think I might just basically take all of this here and just leave this little stretch of northern Africa under Spain's control, while I basically wipe out Egypt. That's what I'm kind of thinking currently for the next coalition. I also might also just take out Naples there while I move in further to over here against the Ottomans, possibly. I don't think I can really do anything when it comes to Poland unless I just wipe them out altogether. So, might hold off on doing anything else to Poland for now, until I'm basically ready to just go all out and destroy everything, I think. Possibly. Might finish off Mug Hall over here next time. Might do that. Yeah, I think I'll go toward the Philippines here. Which also, of course, means war with Spain, but whatever. Yeah, because I could probably just say this is when I'll deal with that stuff for now, I guess. Yeah. Basically destroy what's left of Spain's colonial empire in this war. So there we go. Take all that's there, and all of this. Yeah, there we go. That is what Spain has now been reduced down to. Good. So just wipe out Egypt, and I'm basically finished with Africa for right now, I think. Alright. Good. But currently, it is now time to wait for the next coalition to form. So, who would be the next coalition leader anyways? Tokugawa? Possibly? They could do it, I think. They are the second strongest at this point. And they just finished off Ming. Alright, sure. That's one less country in the world. Good. Okay, there we go. Finally. Took longer than I was expected for that coalition to form. But Persia is once again leading the darn coalition. Alright, sure. So, basically every single country is at war with me, with an exception to Tokugawa over there. Japan. Yeah. Alright, sure. I'll basically... You know what? Yeah, I think that's going to be the second to last coalition. I'll basically be finishing off Africa, most of the Middle East over here, getting most of India, Southeast Asia, all under my control in this one. Yeah, I think this will be the second to last coalition. Next one, I will just finish everything off. And that is Persia once again defeated there. So now it's just a matter of taking over all the lands. And that's Africa done. And basically all of Europe. Just need to finish off Poland, Sweden, and Russia over here. Middle East is complete. Don't have Southeast Asia completely done yet though. Though that will be done soon. They have all been finished up there, so yeah, it's basically just a matter of finishing off Southeast Asia, I guess, at this point. Come on. And yeah, I guess all ends there. Alright, take all that stuff up there, of course. Wipe out Egypt. Alright, so I guess that's it for this peace deal here. Good. So that's all that's left of Spain now. That's all France has. That's Poland. You got Sweden up here. Russia with what they have. Seriously, Russia really hasn't done well this series at all. Considering they already lost all this land over here to Sweden once and they're losing it again. That's all that's left Turkey there. That's all that's left of Prussia. Got that country there. And then you got Tokugawa over here, along with that country as well. And that thing. And then the other random countries over here. The Caucasus still. Yeah. Not exactly many countries left, to be honest. So, yeah, let's go through, get a bunch of this stuff done before I do that final coalition. And then the last few wars after that, so I'm bound to have. Because I highly doubt all the remaining countries in the world are actually going to be at war with me in the next coalition. Aggressive expansion is actually over 100 currently, though it just dropped under. But yeah, hopefully that those peace trees end quick enough that I can easily get that to over 100 again with just a few wars over here or something, I guess. Okay, peace treaties have ended, so now I will go through, get that aggressive expansion back over 100, I think. That country, for whatever reason, has an alliance with Spain, so avoid them for now, I guess. But deal with those two quickly. There we go. And I guess I could just do this. Take these countries out over here. I honestly wish Russia took over at some point, but they never did for whatever reason. You have an alliance with Russia for some reason. Alright. Same with you. Why do you have an alliance with those two countries and you have an alliance with that when you got an alliance with the Ottoman Empire? Are you fucking serious? They all have alliances. All of them. Alright. Sure. Who do I want to take out then? Guess I could go for you? Yeah. I'll just go toward the Ottomans. I guess Persia has nukes. There. Alright. Sure. That tour is complete then. Great. Got the entire Middle East under my control now. Can this coalition please start already? Okay, guess I can take over this country. They don't have an alliance anymore. There we go. They have a defense pact with a non-existent Ming. Alright. You know what? I'll go towards them as well, since I don't exactly have a border with them. And they're probably not going to be in the coalition that's going to form against me, so just go ahead and wipe them off the map. And there we go. Only two countries I do not have a border with currently, which is that one right there, and then Korea down there, but still exists for some reason as Tokugawa's vassal. Alright, 13 countries left in total. 12 of them I hope will be in a coalition against me. But yeah, damn AI is just refusing to form that fucking coalition for some reason. Well, alright, sure. Spain, goodbye. Taking over this country and you. If a coalition does not form after this war, I am going after France next. There we go. Alright then. Oh, and you have an alliance with Sweden currently. Alright. Sure, I'll take over Sweden as well. I guess. Well, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just manually create a fucking coalition at this point. It's not like I have good relations with any of these countries anyways. So, just do it. There we go. I'm at war with literally every single country in the world at this point. There we go. Just manually fucking get the war I want. Because the game refuses to give it to me. Seriously, I hate when I get to the point this late in the fucking game and the AI just refuses to actually form a coalition against you at that point. I genuinely fucking hate it. That is France fully occupied over there. Poland fully occupied. Russia fully occupied. And Tokugawa fully occupied. So now it's just a matter of taking over all these other countries. And there we go. That is all of them defeated completely. Good fucking bye. There we go. That is all of that done. Good. Nice. So, yeah, there is the end of the series here, finally. That was a very annoying game, the fact that it would just not give me that coalition, but whatever, I guess. So, yeah, there is the end of this video here. I hope you've all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.